The shocking discovery of the abandoned Soviet space station. The discovery of an abandoned Soviet space station remains one of the most intriguing and mysterious chapters in the history of space exploration. The Soviet Union, once a dominant force in the space race, left behind a legacy of groundbreaking achievements, ambitious projects, and unexplained mysteries. Among these, the story of the abandoned space station stands out as a testament to both the audacity and secrecy of the Soviet space program. The rise of the Soviet space program. To understand the context of this discovery, it is essential to revisit the Soviet Union's pioneering efforts in space exploration. During the mid-20th century, the USSR made significant strides in the space race, becoming the first nation to launch a satellite, Sputnik 1, in 1957. This was followed by the historic flight of Yuri Gagarin in 1961, making him the first human to orbit the Earth. The Soviet Union's achievements cemented its position as a global leader in space exploration. As the Cold War intensified, space became a critical arena for showcasing technological and ideological superiority. The Soviet space program was marked by rapid advancements, including lunar probes, interplanetary missions, and the development of space stations. However, this relentless pursuit of progress often came at great cost, both financially and in terms of human lives. The secrecy surrounding the program further fueled speculation and conspiracy theories about its successes and failures. The Soviet space station program. In the 1970s, the Soviet Union shifted its focus to long-term human presence in space through the development of space stations. The Salyut program was the first step in this direction, with a series of stations launched between 1971 and 1986. These stations were designed for scientific research, military reconnaissance, and technological experiments. The later Mir station, launched in 1986, became a symbol of international cooperation in space. However, not all Soviet space station projects were successful or well documented. Some missions were shrouded in secrecy, with details emerging only decades later. One such case involves the discovery of an abandoned Soviet space station, which has captivated the imagination of historians, scientists, and space enthusiasts alike. The discovery of the abandoned Soviet space station reportedly occurred years after the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991. With the collapse of the USSR, many of its space-related assets, records, and facilities fell into disarray. Among the remnants of the once mighty space program was a forgotten space station, left to drift in orbit or hidden in the depths of Earth's atmosphere. The first reports of the abandoned station surfaced in the early 2000s, when amateur astronomers and independent researchers detected anomalies in orbit. Using advanced telescopes and tracking equipment, they identified a structure resembling a space station, but one that did not match any known operational missions. The object's design bore striking similarities to Soviet-era space architecture, leading to speculation that it was a lost relic of the Cold War. What was this station? The abandoned station is believed to be an extension of the Almas program, a top-secret military space initiative launched by the Soviet Union in the 1960s and 1970s. Unlike the publicly acknowledged Salyut stations, the Almas program focused on reconnaissance and military applications. These stations were equipped with advanced surveillance equipment, including high-resolution cameras and radar systems, to monitor enemy activity on Earth. Some Almas stations were also rumored to carry weapons, including a cannon designed to defend against enemy satellites or spacecraft. This militarization of space was a closely guarded secret, and many aspects of the program remain classified to this day. The abandoned station, dubbed Ghost Station by some researchers, appears to be an unfinished or decommissioned Almas prototype. Its existence raises questions about the extent of the Soviet Union's ambitions in space and the reasons for its abandonment. The condition of the station. When the station was rediscovered, it was found to be in a deteriorating state. Decades of exposure to the harsh environment of space had taken their toll, with signs of structural damage, debris, and malfunctioning systems. Solar panels were partially intact, and remnants of scientific equipment were visible through telescopic observations. Reports also suggest that the station contained unprocessed data tapes, personal items from cosmonauts, and experimental equipment. These artifacts provide a glimpse into the daily lives of those who worked aboard Soviet space stations and the technological capabilities of the time. Why was it abandoned? The reasons for the station's abandonment remain speculative, as official records are scarce or non-existent. Several theories have been proposed to explain its fate. Technical failures. The station may have suffered critical malfunctions during or after deployment, rendering it unusable. In the absence of resources to repair or recover it, the station was left to drift. Budgetary constraints. The Soviet Union faced significant economic challenges in the 1980s, exacerbated by the arms race and internal political turmoil. Funding for ambitious space projects dwindled, leading to the cancellation or abandonment of several missions. Strategic decisions. The station may have been part of a classified program that was deemed unnecessary or redundant. As priorities shifted, the station was quietly abandoned to avoid drawing attention to its existence. Collapse of the USSR. The dissolution of the Soviet Union disrupted its space program, leaving many projects incomplete or forgotten. The abandoned station could be a casualty of this upheaval. The implications of the discovery. The discovery of the abandoned Soviet space station has significant implications for our understanding of the Cold War and space exploration history. It highlights the extent of Soviet ambitions in space and the lengths to which they went to maintain secrecy. The station also serves as a reminder of the human and material costs of the space race, as well as the challenges of sustaining long-term projects in a competitive geopolitical environment. From a scientific perspective, the station represents a unique time capsule, preserving technologies, materials, and data from a bygone era. Analyzing these artifacts could provide valuable insights into the evolution of space engineering and the living conditions of early spacefarers. Ethical and legal challenges. The rediscovery of the abandoned station raises ethical and legal questions about ownership and responsibility. Under international space law, nations are responsible for objects they launch into space, even if those objects are no longer operational. However, the dissolution of the Soviet Union complicates this issue, as its successor states may not have the resources or inclination to address the matter. Furthermore, the station's deteriorating condition poses a potential hazard to other spacecraft and satellites. Efforts to deorbit or salvage the station would require international cooperation and significant investment. Modern space exploration and lessons learned. The story of the abandoned Soviet space station offers valuable lessons for modern space exploration. It underscores the importance of transparency, sustainability, and international collaboration in space endeavors. As more nations and private entities enter the space race, avoiding the pitfalls of secrecy and competition will be crucial for the long-term success of humanity's space ambitions. The discovery also serves as a cautionary tale about the environmental impact of space activities. The growing problem of space debris highlights the need for responsible management of orbital assets and the development of technologies to mitigate the risks posed by defunct spacecraft. The shocking discovery of the abandoned Soviet space station is a fascinating chapter in the history of space exploration. It sheds light on the ambitions, achievements, and challenges of the Soviet space program, while also raising questions about the legacy of the Cold War in space. As researchers continue to investigate this mysterious relic, it remains a powerful symbol of humanity's quest to explore the cosmos and the complexities of pursuing that dream in a divided world. The story of the abandoned station is not just about the past. It also holds lessons for the future. It reminds us of the importance of preserving the history of space exploration, fostering international cooperation, and ensuring that our endeavors in space are guided by principles of sustainability and shared benefit. In the vast expanse of the cosmos, the abandoned Soviet space station stands as a testament to both the promise and perils of our journey beyond Earth.